Let me tell you a story. A small town Indian guy with years of hard work becomes one of the richest people in the world. He creates a business empire with multiple companies in various sectors. His business was growing and investors were happy. But suddenly, one research report about his business hits the headlines, accusing him of pulling off the largest con in corporate history. This Indian guy, now a billionaire, loses half of his wealth within a span of days. Intrigued? January 24th, 2023 will be the date that Adani Enterprise will never forget.
Adani Group companies continue to slide for a third straight session.
$6 billion gone in a day.
Short seller Hindenburg Research accusing the conglomerate of share price manipulation and fraud.
Using shell companies to pump up the stock of Adani Enterprises.
The report is a malicious combination of selective misinformation, baseless and discredited allegations.
India's Adani Group says it's exploring legal action against a US short seller, Hindenburg Research.
He says Hindenburg is making an attack not just on the company, he's also making an attack on India and its growth ambitions.
I sat down with Mugdha to discuss how a small research firm brought one of the biggest empires in the world almost to its knees. I am Ankur Sharma, and you are listening to the News Park.
Hi, Ankur. How are you doing?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm doing good too. So, when we started discussing the Hindenburg report last week, I started listening to the finance news and did a little bit of research about Gautam Adani. And I must say, I was fascinated by the turn of events for this business empire.
I totally agree. It has been kind of a roller coaster ride for them. A company which nobody knew 10 years ago is now one of the biggest empires in Asia and arguably in the world.
Yeah, Adani Enterprise is worth more than $12 billion. And of course, it's not just one company under this group, there are many.
Yeah, that's true. All right, so let's start from the beginning.
Awesome. Yeah, let's do it.
So, Gautam Adani, the main character of our story today.
Yeah.
He is an Indian billionaire industrialist and philanthropist. He is the chairman and founder of the Adani Group, a conglomerate of companies with interest in ports, logistics, agribusiness, real estate, and defense. He's one of India's biggest leading business tycoons and is considered one of the country's most influential people. Adani has been listed among the richest people in the world by Forbes magazine and is known for his ambitious infrastructure projects and investments in renewable energy.
An interesting fact. He's a school dropout and never completed his education. And he has been described as being close to many influential figures in politics.
Well, if you are the top businessman in the country, you surely will have top political connections.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so let's move to the next character in our story, the Hindenburg Research Report.
Yes.
So, what is this Hindenburg Research? I doubt many listeners know about it. Can we start by discussing what this firm is all about?
Sure. But let's find out how this name Hindenburg came into picture. So, in 1937, a German airship met with a disaster which resulted in deaths of 36 people. This was one of the first man-made disasters, and taking inspiration from that disaster, Hindenburg Research was founded. Well, the basic idea for this research firm is that it's trying to avoid the financial man-made disasters by revealing the internal details of the company so that they can protect the people investing in those firms. This research firm does not compile research reports based on publicly available data. Instead, what they do is they find out internal details of the company via various sources and then publish the report.
But what is the benefit of this research firm in all this? Like, why are they after big companies and how are they earning money?
Have you heard about the term short selling?
A little bit. But can you explain a bit?
Sure. So you might have heard people making money from stock market when the price of the share goes up. That
Mhm.
means if the price increases, you make money. But there is another way of using which you can make more money off the stock, and that way involves earning money when the stock price goes down. So let me explain with an example. Let's say you borrow one stock for company X from a brokerage firm for $3,000. You sell the stock and you get $3,000 in cash. And in next 1 week, the price of the stock goes down to $2,000. You buy the stock again with the money that you had before and return that stock back to the brokerage you took it from. So in the end, you end up making $1,000 in spite of the fact that the price of the stock has reduced. This is called short selling. So in this case, you are actually betting on the fact that the price of the company will reduce instead of going up.
Got it. So that's how Hindenburg Research makes money. They find out which company is most likely to lose money, right? Bet against it, and they end up making money when the stock price of that company goes down.
Exactly.
But is it even legal?
Not in every country, but yes, it is.
And who exactly is the owner of Hindenburg Research?
Well, the owner is Nathan Anderson. He is a partner and co-founder of Hindenburg Research. He has been involved in several high-profile research projects, including investigations into the financial practices and operations of several publicly traded companies. The firm's research report that has been widely cited in financial media and can have a significant impact on the stock prices of the companies they cover, as we saw in the case of Adani Enterprise. Also, Nathan has worked with Harry Markopoulos.
Oh, I know him. He's best known for exposing the Bernal Madoff Ponzi scheme, one of the largest financial frauds in history. But what about the accusations made by Hindenburg on Adani Enterprises? That's what I want to know.
So, in short, Hindenburg pitched 88 questions to Adani that cast doubt on his conglomerate by accusing them of brazen stock manipulation and accounting fraud schemes over the course of decades.
I know that the Adani Group firmly denied the accusations, calling them nothing but a lie, like in our 413-page reply, which didn't help much in terms of stopping the hit that Adani stock took. The company is now struggling to raise new funds as a result. But recently, Adani Enterprise abruptly abandoned a $2.5 billion deal to sell shares, just 24 hours after it was sealed.
True.
Why this is having such a big impact, not just in India, but around the world.
Well, he really needed this, right? A fully subscribed $2.5 billion equity sale led by Abu Dhabi, Goldman Sachs. We didn't really see too many retail investors. And as you pointed out, Kelly, the largest equity sale India has seen. What it's done is it's helped stop the downward decline that we've seen in Adani's stock price over the past week for now. But in the meantime, over the last week, we've still seen billions of dollars in market value erased due to these stock price allegation concerns.
This is so interesting. A big firm which is making profits left, right, and center suddenly falls prey to a small firm and loses so much money.
Yeah, exactly. And I guess that's how the economy works.
Yes, but don't you find it strange? Like the timing of all this?
How so?
Well, Adani Enterprise was supposed to proceed with an FPO in just a few days. But just before they could do that, this scandal came into light.
Well, the timing does seem a little bit sketchy.
Yes, well, investigation like this, what Hindenburg did, is not something you do 1 week or a month or even 6 months. Like it takes years. Also, I was reading some news that they did this investigation for multiple years.
Yeah, that's true.
So my question is, why would they release the report just before the FPO?
I guess the reason might be that, it's more the share price of the company drops, the more money Hindenburg makes, right? That's what we discussed in short selling. They waited till the last moment of for the price to jack up, and then they released the report.
So at the end, it was not some crusade that Hindenburg was doing. It was basically a motivated attack, right?
Yes, of course. They have their clients whom they want to profit.
Yeah, but these companies project as if they're here to do good, which in reality is not what they're doing. They're just searching for big fish to fry.
Yeah, that's true.
But one more thing that I read a lot about was that maybe this was politically motivated as well.
I know where you're going with this. You're talking about how Adani Group is close to Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi, right?
Exactly. There has been a lot of chatter in the last few years that the reason Adani Enterprise has grown so much is because of his closeness with Prime Minister Modi. Apparently, they had a huge help in getting tons of contracts because of him.
Yeah, I heard it too. But I think Gautam Adani vehemently denied these accusations, saying that he makes sure that his company follow proper channels while bidding for a contract.
Yeah, but we would never know what goes behind closed doors, to be honest.
Yeah, that's true.
Another thing that is coming up a lot in the news is that it can be a targeted attack against the Indian economy as a whole.
Interesting. Why do you think that is?
India has worked hard to try to raise its profile on the world stage for companies looking to do business and investors seeking returns. But accusations of stock manipulation, accounting fraud against the Adani Group conglomerate by short seller Hindenburg Research now leading to a lot of questions about the credibility.
Well, there's recession all over the world. But comparatively, India is faring well. So that might be a reason why big profitable companies are being attacked.
Interesting.
And India is also hosting the G20 summit this year.
Yeah, but what does it have to do with this?
Well, think about it. The economy is doing okay. There are big summits being organized in the country. So obviously, there would be some entities which would want to slow things down a bit. And what better way to do that than to attack big corporations and, make sure they bleed money?
So you're saying that because India is slowly taking a strong position in the world stage, there are entities that would want to damage that growth in any way possible.
Yes.
Well, maybe that's true, but obviously there is nothing we can say about that with complete assurance.
Yeah, for sure. But it's good to analyze the situation from all perspectives. Just because of this whole fiasco that happened. But whatever happened in the future, if you want to invest in something, it's just better to know what you're getting into.
Yeah, that's true. Nowadays, there are a lot of global factors that affect your investment.
Exactly. Well, thanks, Ankur, for discussing this topic, and I hope our listeners also enjoyed this.
For sure. Thanks. While many analysts around the world are saying that this report against Adani Enterprise is going to reduce the group's ability to raise capital, Adani Group, in a statement, said, "Our balance sheet is very healthy with strong cash flows and secure assets, and we have an impeccable track record for servicing our debt." There are political attacks being made on the ruling party in India for being quiet about this issue, which is damaging the India's economy. As many are saying, the Adani saga has opened a big can of worms. What happens next? We'll have to wait and watch. Thank you for listening. See you next time.